Hi, this is Paul Wagner, and I want to invite you to join me on what I think will be a really wonderful, wonderful cruise to Latin America. I've spent a ton of time down in Latin America over the past 10, 15 years and really fallen in love with both the countries and the wines. We begin in Buenos Aires, which is one of the world's great cities, and there we get to taste the great wines from Argentina. Not only Malbec, everybody knows about Argentine Malbec. It's simply the best Malbec in the world. But over the past few years, I've had spectacular Chardonnay, every bit as unique and different as anything you'll get in France or California. Wonderful, wonderful Cabernet Franc, Syrah from the San Juan region, and of course, its own native varietal is Torrontés. So you got a ton of different wines to taste there. We have already been working with some wineries down there to make sure that's a legendary part of this cruise. From there, we go to Uruguay. And in Uruguay, they have a unique grape, really, Tanat. Nobody else grows a lot of Tanat. It originally began in France, but now it's probably most famous in Uruguay. And we'll do a tasting of some wines from Tanat that will really get you excited about this new grape. Starts out very rough and rustic, but as they get better and better with the winemaking, they've become more and more elegant and really quite exciting wines from Uruguay. Then, after we go round the horn, we get to come up the west coast of Chile. And of course, Chile, everyone knows that the native grape there, or the famous grape, is Carmenere. But they have really expanded where they grow wine and how they make wine in Chile. So you're going to be tasting wines from the far south. You're going to be tasting wines from the far north, the Atacama Desert. You're going to be tasting wines not only from the classic Cabernet, Chardonnay grapes, but you're also going to be tasting Merlots. You're going to be tasting very cool climate, very warm climate. And on top of that, in Chile, not only are many of the vines ungrafted, they do not have phylloxera in Chile, so the vines grow on their own roots. But I'm seeing grape varietals come out of Chile that I haven't seen ever in Europe. Some of them brought to Chile 200 or 300 years ago, and only now just beginning to make their presence known in the market. And then finally, heading north from Chile, we go to Peru. Now, Peru has a small wine industry. They do make wine from Chenin Blanc, which is reasonably good. But to me, most exciting is the food in Peru. Peru has absolutely spectacular influence for Chinese, Japanese, African, Native American, Spanish, all of those coming together with some of the most amazing seafood on the planet and 600 kinds of potatoes. It makes a wonderful way to wrap up the journey as we eat ourselves silly in fabulous Peru. So look at all that stuff we have to do. I can hardly wait to see you on board.